Welcome to a new video in my home automation series. And I was just browsing around in the evening forum and I came across this post and I like it so much that I wanted to share it here. So this is like a simple, well, not so simple project, but it's so brilliant, and it's such a nice reuse of the existing Sonoff NSPanel Pro that I really liked, and I think it's worth sharing. So what this user has done, he created a custom backplate for the NSPanel Pro, so it can be used in an RV or a van. So it runs from 12 to 48 volts instead of the mains voltage that you usually do. And as you can see, he is actually selling this as a kit, so you can purchase it already assembled and everything is done. And it mounts to the back of the NSPanel Pro to the standard mounting points. So if this is your NSPanel Pro, so there is a point here where you can put a screwdriver and you can pry this whole thing off, and then it separates from a backplate. And in the backplate, so the part of the NSPanel Pro that goes into the wall, it only has power supply that provides 5 volts to the screen. All the screen controls, the logic and the microcontroller is actually in this front part of the screen. So you can just easily separate this, create a different power supply for this unit, and it's going to work. And this is what has been done here. So this is why I like this so much. So again, you separate the top, and then on the other side you put these so you put this module on. So these are the pin connection that connect to the NSPanel Pro on the back. So that is going to be facing the NSPanel Pro side, and as you can see on the other side of the picture, you just have power connection that works anywhere from 10 to 48 volts. So it is suitable for any RV or battery power systems. And then you just use these outer screw holes to screw it on the wall, and then the power is neatly routed in the backside. So I think it is a really nice project, and he also implemented, well, I already mentioned all this voltage support. There is a clean power for the NSPanel Pro, so steady 1 amp, which is required by the NSPanel Pro. It fits with the original NSPanel Pro mounting frame and everything. And he also added reverse polarity and ESD protection, which is again nice. If you are doing DIY work and you accidentally miswire it, then it's not going to fry your NSPanel Pro. And again, if you follow this link here, that it takes you to this site where you can purchase it, and it looks like it's getting shipped from the EU. So that's nice. And actually that made me think, like, what are the different devices that you can use in the RV setup? And actually there is quite a few. It's not a lot, but there is quite a few that you can use. So first of all, my all-time favorite is the 4CH, and especially the Pro version, because let me scroll to that part of the screen where it talks about the differences of the 4CH Pro. So on the normal 4CH, yeah, this one, you can feed it the mains power, and then it switches mains power. So this is the 4CH. But the 4CH Pro version, the first big difference is that here you have the option to feed in DC power as well. And again, that can be 12 to 24 volts. It doesn't go up to 48 volts. So keep in mind of that. And also the outputs, you can just mix and match mains voltages or low voltages as well. So if I scroll all the way down to this wiring diagram, you can see the wiring option here where you can feed from DC power. So it says 9 to 24 volts, and then on the outputs you can basically mix and match anything, you know, motors, lamps, low voltage, high voltage. So I think this one, it represents DC, and this is like AC. So that's actually quite nice. So that's definitely one device. If you only need one single output, I realized that, again, there is not a lot of devices, but then the Mini D actually has a DC input. So DC plus DC minus. And here the DC power supply is from 12 to 48 volts. So the Mini D does go up to 48 volts if you need that amount of DC power. So here normally you would use the N and the L to wire the Mini D, but then you can just use the DC plus and the DC minus, and you can still use the switch inputs. And then of course you have the single relay output on the top. So common and normally open, where you would connect like, for example, a light fixture or anything else you want to control. I wanted to mention the S-Mate, especially here the S-Mate 2 as well, because if you want to connect lights, maybe this is the easiest option. You don't even have to wire DC voltage, because you just straight wire the light switches to the S-Mate, and the S-Mate is going to communicate to the NSPanel Pro over Bluetooth. And I'm pretty sure that in an RV or a home, off-grid home situation, you are most probably going to be the advertised 50-minute range for this EV-Link, remote gateway device range, which is basically this Bluetooth range between the S-Mate and the device that it is connected to. And then once you have that, then you can create a scene, which then is the S-Mate is, for example, going to control the output of the 4CH Pro or the Mini D. The one thing I'm not really sure about is if these scenes are going to work offline. So keep that in mind, that because these are scenes, the scenes are usually executed from the cloud service. So that is going to work until you have internet connection, but you don't have internet connection, this might not work. So I'm not really sure about that. And this brings me the other batch of devices which are also suitable for this type of setup, which are the Zigbee devices. And I'm specifically considering the battery operated Zigbee devices like motion sensors, the buttons. Okay, probably you're not going to use a radiator valve, but again, motion sensors, leak sensors, temperature sensors. You can even use the Zigbee smart plugs if you need them, because again, they can communicate with the NSPanel Pro, because that's a Zigbee hub. And I think if you create those local scenes between Zigbee devices, that they are actually local scenes, so they would work even without internet connection. So if you have a Zigbee smart switch, which is then linked to, let's say, a Zigbee relay, which unfortunately there is no low voltage or DC voltage Zigbee relay in the Sonoff lineup as well. But because it's Zigbee, you can purchase those type of devices somewhere else from a different manufacturer. Then those are going to be executed locally. So even if you are on the road and you don't have internet connection, or you camped in a remote site, then everything is going to work. So that was my small excursion to this very interesting topic of reusing the NSPanel Pro in an RV or a van setup. I really like this approach. This is why I thought I should really mention it. If you are interested, there is going to be links in the video description below. But that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you next video.